understood. So like, I mean, can you explain like the term sound yoga, like means what exactly it means and how it differs from the traditional yoga practices?
Yeah, so and I love asking this question. In regularly in my classes or out in the world, I ask people. I say, "What's your definition of yoga?"
Hmm.
And it's a fascinating thing because here in the West, a lot of people associate it with just flexibility and stretching. And really, as we're learning, it's the physical asana practice is really a small part of what yoga is. And if yoga is to yoke or to create union, you know, um, sound is an amazing unifier. So I
Exactly.
think sound in itself, used in a sacred manner, is the essence of yoga. And I think music is the quickest path or portal into divinity. I've heard many living masters say that, and I think most people
Hmm.
are open to the power of sound, right? People
True.
are so moved by certain sounds, and very few people, in my experience, have even yet to experience sound done intentionally. They go to a type of concert for a certain feel good type of atmosphere, but
Hmm.
to employ music to actually do the inner work, to do the healing, to do the release, um, a lot of people have yet to experience this. So, and that's one of my favorite things is when someone who's never been to a sound bath before comes in and has an experience, seeing the look on their face, it's like, holy moly, what did I just experience? And there was, there was no plant medicine, there was nothing except vibration, um, and um, and that's an amazing experience to have.
Exactly. That's definitely true. So, like you use a variety of instruments in your sound therapy practice. So, if you can also uh, share a bit about how these instruments contribute to the overall healing experience.
Yeah. So we use about 30 different instruments in a standard session.
Hmm.
And as I mentioned, I got into this line of work through the gongs. And the gongs they are incredibly powerful. They contain the sound of the universe. They contain a sound that feels so ancient and primordial, you can't help but think of something being timeless. So the gongs are really important. But every instrument, as I mentioned, the harmonium is so great for helping me and the class open up their voices through mantra work. So many of us have blockages in our throat chakra. We're not saying the things we want to say. We're saying the things sideways or not authentically. We swallow words that we know we need to say and we never do. So, using mantra, using the harmonium to open up the throat allows us to open up our heart. So the harmonium is an amazing tool to get into that heart space.
Exactly.
I love my flutes. I have about 5 flutes now. It's always the instrument that I keep wanting to add more and more. But flutes are messengers of your intentions, of your prayers, and it's so great to give wings to our words through the flute. And then we have crystal bowls. Each crystal bowl resonates with a specific chakra and a specific musical note. So we're basically singing and singing directly into the energetic center of each chakra through the crystal bowls. And then the Tibetan bowls are like gongs in the shape of a bowl, and all of the resonance and the harmonics, the entrainment that happens with the gong also happens with the Tibetan bowls. Um, in addition, we work with so many wonderful musicians and collaborators too. So we're regularly bringing in harpists and didgeridoists and loopers and we had an amazing serodist and tambura player last month, which was such a treat. We have a blues musician. It'll be my first time coming up, but we have a blues musician that's going to bring in a harmonica and some blues on guitar and work that into sound healing too. So I really love the flexibility of taking all these different types of music and then weaving them in to this musical landscape so the individual can truly have an experience.
Lovely. That's great. Great. So